Has everyone back here?
We have.
Shall we start the meeting? Okay, so now is the evaluation session. Okay, now we will enter the last segment of our meeting, the evaluations. Our general evaluator, he is Iftan. He's a digital marketer, web designer whose works have helped companies to grow their online presence, increase their revenue. He founded Cloud Capital Technology and has consulted clients from various industries, including advertisement, printing, fitness coach, e-commerce, beauty and aesthetic, accounting and legal firms. He also loved reading, watching movie, investing, and traveling. So let's welcome our Toastmaster, Eve Tan. Eve, over to you.
Thank you, our Toastmaster of the evening, Pei Yun. And now, the first is the evaluation. And my role is to observe the entire meeting with a team of the evaluator with me, with a technical evaluator as well as speech evaluator. So now, without further delay, let us start our speech evaluations. Our first evaluator, I first met him, and he was introduced by someone's very powerful, which is my mentor, Madam Ngo Bichu for my club. She introduced him as a very experienced, like a guide that she inspired me a lot, who is none other than our distinguished Toastmasters Ricky Su. Will be evaluating our first speaker, James Chong. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Ricky.
Today, James talked about James. What is in his name? I didn't know, but he has impressed upon me by grabbing my attention, dramatizing the story, and giving me a lesson. First, you ask a question, what is it that belongs to you but used by the others? When I thought it was money, Victor answered it correctly. It's our name. James, you got my attention. Number two, when you talk about your story, how you change from someone so insightful, outstanding, handsome, to someone so arrogant, egoistic, self-centered. How you came from heaven to hell and now being humble. You not only have all the elements of a storytelling, but you have shown me the contrast and told your story in a dramatic way. Number three, as you concluded your speech, finally, I saw the answer, how your name came about. I saw your determination to be a humble person by changing your name. I saw the takeaway, what I can learn from this, the importance of humility. And I saw your purpose, that is to share about your name, as well as to inspire us on humility. That brings us to the first idea I have for you. I hope I could have seen your speech purpose earlier in the speech, because your speech was well over 5 minutes. I was still not very clear what you were trying to achieve. Maybe you can use this framework, triple T. Tell us what you want to tell us, and then tell us what you have told us. So at the beginning, when you ask the question about our name, then you can follow up with another question. Do you know how my name came about? James, I'm going to tell you. And from that moment, I will know the purpose of your speech is to share about your name and the moral behind it. Secondly, I think you nearly went over time. I encourage you to be even more focused. You introduced James Bond and Pekan, which is well, but it took you more than 2 minutes. If you can eliminate this, then you could free up more time to talk about other things that are more important. So think critically, what is must have, what is nice to have, and if you don't subtract, you cannot add. So ladies and gentlemen, today we have witnessed James grabbing our attention, dramatizing his story, and being a humble guy right now. So I have learned from you, and you all have learned from James as well. James, your name stands for humble, but don't forget your name is also Chong. So Chong strive toward becoming even greater speaker.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmasters Ricky. What a very great evaluations. And now, James, if you have one word or one sentence to your evaluator, Ricky, what would you say to him?
Chong
I also Chong to as a well performer as him. Thank you.
Okay. Again, thank you. Thanks, Ricky and James on this. Now, it's not that every meeting we can have a senior district officer to attend the meetings, but just for you, Toastmasters can be so fortunate that we have our District 102 Program Quality Director to be our second evaluator to evaluate our VPM, Katie. Over to you, the stage. Distinguished Toastmaster Hui Qing.
Thank you, General Evaluator, our club mentor, Eve Stan, also our district PR manager. Shine bright like a diamond. That's the value that I got from Katie's speech. Her speech title, Kindness. She told us 6 stories about contrasting what we expected and what really came out in the end. She has excellent storytelling skills. All the 6 stories touched our heart because that must be a scene that we have seen before. So her storytelling is excellent. And secondly, she is very inspiring. Remember what was her call for action. She wants all of us to be our own light and shine on the others. And companies is very important. Who are you with? If you are being with the good people, you can be kind. Being with not so good people, you might be evil. Luckily, we are all here in Toastmasters. And in Toastmasters, we help each other to learn, grow, and excel because excellence is one of our core value. So Katie, I'd like to suggest you with a few points for us to be excellent together. The first one, according to your first speech evaluator, Victor, he talked about changing your speech title to be more connected to the stories that you talk about. And kindness is still today's title. So you can actually change what to be expected. Secondly, you have done well because you expanded the concept of being kind from the speech, the first speech, and today you are asking us to make a choice. Whether to be kind or not kind, the choice is up to us. We can choose to be kind. So I like the idea. If you could emphasize more on the value, you cut down some of the stories because you told us 6. I would say 3 will be good enough, and talk a little bit more about the value of our choice, how to be the light and how are we going to shine on the others. That would be better and more impactful. Lastly, it's about your delivery. If you could pick up the challenge of being more expressive, using your hand gestures and also facial expression. When the girl is sorrowful, show a sad face, and that would add up to your speech as well. To challenge yourself, you can conquer the fear and speak without reading from the script. All in all, if you can do better in the value and delivery, enhance more on your storytelling, cut down the number of stories, call for the action to be brighter and to be the light of others as well as ourselves, you'll definitely shine bright like a diamond. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Hui Qing, on this. And Katie, if in a single word or sentence, what would you say to Hui Qing on her evaluation feedback on your speech? Are you there, Katie? You can unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Before leaving the meetings, let us all take one more round of the group photo. And yeah, may I invite Feng Chu and Miss Yam, if to turn on your camera, and Guan Im, if you're there, show yourself, and Makoto will be helping us to take photo, right? Okay, so I pass the mic to you.
Yes.
Hi, Mei Chan.
Okay. Okay.
Katie, where are you, Katie?
Okay.
And Chirping,
Yes, yes. Okay.
at your count, Makoto.
Okay, so please. Okay, 1, 2, smile. One more. Okay. More photo, see camera. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Okay, thank you.
Okay, and before we continue, Zoom Master would like to continue, have to have a vote first or do it together later with the evaluation?
Two together later.
Do together, okay, sure. Now, our third evaluator, as I said, it's not a commonly to have a senior district officers, a program quality director, PQD, to attend the meetings, but today we have two. Our last evaluator, who is none other than distinguished Toastmasters Ben Lim, the program quality director from District 67, all the way from Taiwan, will be evaluating our third speaker, Meng Ling. Over to you, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you, our general evaluators introductions. Meaning, I'm very honored to be your online evaluator tonight. I think you give us a very touch story. When you talk about you are 20 years straight talker, wow, I was eye-opening because it's very rare that people will say they are straight talker. Usually, straight talker cannot survive for such a long time. And I think you are very good in the visual meeting because I can see your body gestures and facial expressions very natural. And when you talk about when you have the communication with your client, I think it's very direct, too direct when you ask our audience to answer your question in the first beginning. No one dare not to answer you. So I think that is also the effect that we didn't know. Wow, it will cause no one can answer that direct questions. Then let us to follow this trait, what you want to bring to us. In your speech, I also can find some very profound value, like communication need to be empathy and sensitivity. And you use a second dialogue with your mom. You also bring this value to us. I think you use such a short time to dialogue to explain what you want to bring to us, a straight talker. But as your evaluator, I think maybe the opening is too long. You might shorten it a little bit because when you use too much time for the opening, people will detract. And the second is, I don't know why your microphone is not so clear to me. Maybe it's some device problem or something you can do the rehearse because your facial expression is very clear to me, but the vocal sometimes not so clear. But I think I can see potential in you. You might be a superstar in your future Toastmaster journey. Just give speech. I'm looking forward to meet you online. Thank you. Back to our general evaluator.
Thank you, Ben, for your great evaluation and insightful feedback. And Mei Ling, in one word or sentence, what would you say to Ben?
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, great. Again, thank you. And next is our table topic evaluations with none other than our Mr. President to offer his feedback to all our table topic speakers. I shall now pass the virtual screen to you, Calvin.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator Yves Tan. Let me share my screen. All right. Just a fingertips in 3 seconds. Okay. So I'm supposed to go back to the first one. First question from table topics: when luxury becomes a necessity, Yves Tan. 当奢侈成为必需品。Personally, I like your speech because from 2 minutes time, you can elaborate the luxury with the country, comparing the country with cars, and let us know what is the definition of luxury in your mind. That's very good in the expression. And also, I like the way you engage with the audience. Example, you throw the question at the last. So what is your mind? What is luxury in your mind? That actually throw a question and attract the audience to think and relate to the ideas that you've given to us. Kudos to you. The area that you might work on, maybe example, as you mentioned you are Malaysian. Me too, I'm Malaysian. Again, I work in Singapore. So maybe it's a little sensitive to compare the country to country, especially we lower down a bit our image, our country image to the as a exposed to everyone, right? So we try to give some positive words during the public speech. Well done. Second, anger is not a good one. Ricky Su, 愤怒不是好事. Ricky, I really like your speech again because you immediately can throw into the personal story. Tell us why angry. What's the thing cause you angry? Then because people call you Ricky, relate to the Ricky Martin. Yeah, this is a very good idea to shorten the distance between the camera. And when you're talking about your own story, also tell us. Besides, people makes you anger, we can turn it into the energy. That's the message I received from you. The area that I would like to recommend or suggest to you is probably when you look at the screen, you sit slightly in front of the camera. When you are interact with the audience, you always try to look at the below the camera. That's the area that maybe you can work on it. Sit back, relax. Number 3, we see only what we want to see. 慧庆，我们只看到我们想看到的。That is very fantastic question. I like Victor, right? I also think about, we can see only the present, what we can see. We cannot see far future. So Hui Qin, I like the way you explain to us your journey in Toastmaster from Zhonghua Alumni Toastmaster Club president until now you become a District 102 leaders. Congratulations, I like your speech. It's clear and specific. The area that you might work on it, maybe give us some punch. You see, you are the leaders of the district. Call for action, get more members, something like that. Yeah, just 一针见血, punch our heart. All right. Number 4, experience is the name we give our mistake. Ben Lin, 经验是我们给错误起的名字. Really, I like the way you express yourself as your link to your career. When you say something, I imagine I can hear the sound like maybe like a small surgery knife, cutting tools. You know, suddenly I can have some. I can imagine what you're doing, especially when you say, you are having some conflicts, or the patient give you a conflicts, And when you are facing difficult patient, that is experience that helping you to grow, especially when you manage your time. Kudos to you. You conquer yourself. Good job. So the area that you might want to work on, probably you can calm down, think about 10 seconds. We don't mind, we can wait for you because we love to hear from you more from Taiwan. Yes, thank you so much for your participation. Last but not least, expect the unexpected. Sorry, I put a wrong name. 佳琪，期待意想不到的事情。佳琪, you excel at nature, like talking in front of you is like sharing the story in front of the friends with great smile, sharing your personal thoughts. Congratulations to you. You have the courage to participate. Let's give a big hand to our guest, Jia Qi. Okay, I wish you can continue to conquer yourself, attend our learning session. The area that you might want to work on is because the virtual world in face-to-face in front of the camera, probably you can look at the camera instead of looking at the screen. That's the reason why I took 2 screenshots, one without your smile, nice smile. The other one slightly when you move out. Yes, nice shot. Yeah, that's the end I would like to share. Thank you very much. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Mr. President, on your evaluation to all our brave souls who conquer their fear to be on stage to challenge the table topics. And next, I would like to invite our timer, distinguished Toastmaster Jen, to share with us what is the time taken from our evaluators.
Our first evaluator, Rikisu, used 3 minutes 29 seconds. Then the second evaluator, Huiqing, used 3 minutes 29 seconds. And the last evaluator, Ben Lin, used 2 minutes 38 seconds. Our GE.
Okay, thank you, Jen. And okay, our Zoom master, Makoto, is the vote ready? And which comes first, the evaluator comes or the table topic?
Yes. For evaluator first.
Sure, let's take a few moments to do the voting.
Okay.
Next,
Next,
how about
best table topic speaker.
and the counter close in 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. And next, to observe the entire meeting, that to keep track of our meetings as a police, to keep track of our speech crutches, if you had used any we have our counter to do this. And I shall now invite our counter Chirping to present your counter report. Over to you. Oh, by the way, Chirping, is it your first time to do a counter? To be a counter?
It's my first time. Okay, let me
Okay,
share my report. You all can see.
Yes.
Okay, so I think today is not many culture, speak culture. So from this report, you can see our president, Calvin Chai, we mentioned for those who have speak culture first. The first speaker, our TTM, James Chong, he has 1 R. Second, prepared speaker, Katie Yap, have 2 1 OK. And have a topic master with 30 1 OK. First paper topic speaker, if done, got 1. He has 1 typical word, say very. Okay. Our 4 paper topic speaker, Benry, have 4 R. Gia Qi, 5 Chia Qi got 1 R, 1 and 3 so. So the rest, like our President Calvin, our TME Pei Yun, the word of the day, Lee Kuan Im, the speaker remaining, our second paper topic speaker photo I highlight in yellow, our third paper topic speaker Hui Qing, first speak evaluator and second speak evaluator Hui Qing, Kisu first, and third speak evaluator Peng Li. They have no speak culture for the today, so congratulations to them. That's all for the report. My report is finished. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Chapin, and congratulations to those who conquer your language challenges and without speak for so many things without scratches, without crutches. And now I shall now invite our next language evaluator, grammarian, who is none other than our Division E Director, Guam Ip, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. Everyone here has spoken with courage and done a good job. I'm sharing for everyone's learning and continuous improvement. Just would like to share the screen. For the words of the days, everyone has spoken 1 time, conquer at the beginning. On top of that, our president, Calvin Chai, has spoken the most number of times of the word of the day. Kudos to Calvin. Thank you. Next, I would just want to point out the misused words for everyone's learning. To deliver should be to deliver, present tense, followed by he. And a lady was addressed as a he instead of a she. It should be a she. Yes, correctly should be yes, correct. Correctly is an adverb. Or you can say the word has been used correctly. But when you say correct, should be just correct. I heard someone mention about PDQ. It should be PQD, Program Quality Director. Can you borrow me? Should be can you lend me? May I borrow some money from you? Then you use borrow. Along our environment should be around our environment. Anything that into your head, I think should be anything that into your mind. And also speakers. And also for the speakers, I just wanting should be I just want to. Overweight alarm. I think it should be overload alarm. Pressurizing situation should be used as pressurized situation. Connection with the empathy should be connect with empathy. And there is a spelling mistake on one of the slides. The R should be the area, the area that you can work on, the area. I also want to point out some incorrect pronunciation. All these, I think, can be correct with speaking more on a more slower pace. Like I heard self-sentence should be self-centered. Relationship should be relationship. Embarrassment should be embarrassment. Mercedes-Benz should be Mercedes-Benz. To work should be to walk to work. If I heard wrongly, please excuse me, forgive me. I heard observing words when you want to say observing birds. Magazine should be magazine. Eliminate, I heard eliminate should be eliminate. Speak, we should speak slower. It should be speech. Thank you. The next full sentence. During started the MCO. Maybe we can say with the start of MCO or since the commencement of MCO. My name has an insightful meaning. My name has a hidden meaning, maybe. I like a powerful person. I seem to be a powerful person. The team member has gone. I think the team member has disappeared. Yeah. I humble. I need to be humble. Because of my humble, because of I stayed humble, I managed to do something. Yeah. How are you feel? Should be how do you feel? Shouted to a girl. Should be shouted at a girl, at the girl. Can done more well. Should be can do better. Sitting by the window girl. The girl who sat by the window. Take a picture on her. Should be take a picture of her. We can truly win the world, one heart by one heart. Maybe we can say we can truly win the world, one person at a time or one soul at a time. You all can see, can all of you see? And this was spoken in the beginning of the meeting. Long time no see. It has been a while since we last met. And I like some of the phrases that has been used this evening. We can truly win the world. Communication is not just about talking. It's about delivering your speech with empathy and sensitivity. Sorry. My directness can sometimes offend people. You see, what you want to see is what you perceive in your mind or heart. In Toastmasters, we help everyone to learn, grow, and excel. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator. If I miss out anything, my apologies to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Guan Im. I believe this is a very meticulous grammarian report. And show me a love if you think Guan Im do very good and want her to come back again to just for your Toastmasters Club. Okay, great. You see, so don't worry about that. Now it's my time to share my 2 cents on today's meeting as a general evaluator. My turn to share the screen. It is my privilege to offer my 2 cents in this meeting. Here today with the meeting teams, winning the world. 赢得全世界. And first, our Sergeant at Arms, Pei Yun. I noticed that there's some, I believe that because of the angle of the camera, so it would be good if you can don't be a professional broadcaster or those YouTuber, but sufficient of the lighting is great to present you to in front of the crowd of the audience. Unlike now it's much brighter than just now when you're busy, when you're doing the Sergeant at Arms. And I also noticed that you miss out some general rules, but that's okay. And I noticed that you see your eyesight. You seems to be reading the script constantly, you know. So I will challenge you next time to use without a script. And one thing that maybe to could assist you is a PowerPoint or visual aids, so that maybe you can share when you see a PowerPoint, you don't have to rely on the script. Next is our lovely president to share a very inspiring story with your puppy. And the most important things the lesson that I learned is a lesson from Dale Carnegie, who is also my favorite author. You see, if you can see in front of me right now, I'm holding a Dale Carnegie, the book from Dale Carnegie. I love both the books, How to Win Friends and Influence People, as well as How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. That is the very classic and very inspiring opening address by our president. Next is our Toastmaster of the evening, Sam. And I want to challenge you not only to read without the script and smile more, so that people will know that you are nervous on that. And I want to challenge you to practice a few more times to be a Toastmaster of the evening. And I believe that a Toastmasters wear many hats, and it's not easy to take down tomorrow. But I believe that you can do better next time. Pei Yun, I have the confidence in you. And next is our table topic master, Victor. Again, surprised me. I almost shocked that, wow, are we going to have a table topic without a topic? And that's something that very challenging. And that is also a humor part from Victor. And all the topic is quite thought-provoking, and this is very well done table topic session. Kudos to you. And one thing, if I want to be nitpicking, is that maybe you can pick some members who don't have a speaking role in the meeting. So this can be a good candidate to be a table topic speaker for the session. And next, this is the very first time I see a table topic evaluator who have use of PowerPoint. Kudos to our President Calvin on doing that. I believe that all of us received tons of the value, including myself, on her table topic evaluation. Okay, next is we have 3 speakers today, all share very good on their stories, and we have the top-notch evaluator, Distinguished Toastmasters Ricky, Distinguished Toastmaster Huichi, and Distinguished Toastmasters Ben. All my sifu, and I cannot offer more. And instead, I'm still learning how to be a better evaluator from all of you here. And next, our timer, who most of the time didn't show your face, but you did very good to keep track of the meetings of today's meeting. And yes, after the reminder from Katie, you already raised your hand in the Zoom. I believe that this is a better setting, and I will explain why. And then later, during my another add-on in my evaluations. And next is counter chirping. You did very good. And you make use of the Excel and keep track of every speaker. And it is not easy to pay attention to be an active listener. So you did very good on this. And I believe that you can try other roles in the future meetings. And next, our grammarian, Kwame. Again, the heart that you receive is the proof that you did very good on this meeting, and you even share with us using a Word file. And if I want to nitpicking, this is not done wrong. This is very good. And it's a suggestion that for your consideration, you may consider to use a spreadsheet. Why is that? For a better reading experience. Because this is in and out, in and out. So it's kind of harder to read, especially sharing screen if the font is not big enough. So for consideration, is could use of a table or a spreadsheet for the grammarian report. And we cannot forget we have Zoom Master. Although she's not speaking in the meeting, but she's working hard behind the scenes and collaborate with VPE on the votings and do the screenshot to take photos of everyone. Kudos to our Zoom Masters. Overall, what is a shining moment of the meeting is the start on time. Our sergeant and armchair with the president, and we kickstart the meeting without any delay. And almost everyone here turned on the camera and be participative in this meeting. This is very good. Some Toastmasters Club meeting, they got almost half of the members didn't turn on the camera, but this is not just for you Toastmasters Club. This is very good. And for the growth of opportunities, is that first I noticed that the naming of the roles as well as the spotlight, the current speakers is lagging. Okay, we come with another thing that is good, which is our VP also sending the virtual background, the agenda, and even the meeting attendance registration form at the beginning of the meeting. This is very good. And for the growth opportunities, let me elaborate more, is that when our first speaker, James, already ended the speech, and our Toastmaster of the evening already started speaking, unfortunately, the spotlight was still spotlighted the first speaker. Meaning to say, if we are using the speaker mode, we can't see who is the actual person who are talking. So my suggestion is, maybe just for your Toastmaster club meeting in the future, don't use spotlight. So when we are not using Spotlight, Zoom will detect who is the current speaker and show the present speaker at the fastest speed. That will be faster than our human's hand to do the spotlighting. And if like that, how we can notice the timer? By raising hand. So that is where when timer raising hand, we can rest assured even without a spotlighting, we can notice the timer, the timing sequence there. So this is my suggestion to don't do the spotlighting in the future and let the Zoom do the heavy lifting. But only under one condition that we still need to use spotlight is that when the speaker is using the second device, so we cannot, so the sound is coming from another device, then we need to spotlight the visual to show the speaker, or else we can, a Zoom meeting, we can don't do a spotlighting. Okay, the secondly is the naming of the roles. I noticed that a lot of the participants today, the attendance today, didn't rename themselves. This is something that maybe what Zoom Master can remind them, or our president can remind them, so that we can know who is holding what role. For example, like Guan Yin is holding a grammarian, so that we can know who is doing which role. And next, outside of the tonight's meeting, I love the agenda. We have the team, we have the date, we have the club mission, we even have word of the day, concur here. And on the second page, we have featuring who is our visiting Toastmasters, who is our past winners, as well as the project, our prepared speech. So this is a very well done agenda. Kudos to your VPE. And next, I also realized that just for you have a speech craft. This is very good in terms for the program quality of the club meet. This is very good. And I also know that Just for Your Toastmasters Club is a President Distinguished full 10-point perfect DCP Gold Club. So I want to challenge you to carry the flag, continue to be another President Distinguished 10 full DCP Gold Club, okay? On top of the Super 7 to be recognized on stage on the annual conference again. Okay, next, we don't have any club growth because the term is just begin. So I skip the club growth. And for the public relations, I must praise your VPPR. You see, just one speechcraft to have so many posters featuring each speakers. So this is the effort that by your VPPR, this is very good. Kudos to her. And not just that, I rarely see a video, you know, after the meeting, we have a video to showcase the meeting. This is very well done on a VPPR. And not just that. 5 days ago, we have the poster posted already. But before the meeting, we have another post showing to let us know tonight's meetings and what is the Zoom links. So this is very well done for our VPPR. And to nitpicking is that this seems weird lah. On this 非你莫属. Of course, the club name is 非你莫属, but maybe you can also showing the Toastmasters logo up or down to replace of the logo here. This is the nitpicking part. And the others is, okay, I also checked find the club here. The information of the Facebook is correct. The meeting times is correct. However, the phone numbers is still immediate past president's number or the current VPE numbers. So the secretary can go to update here to complete the club informations. And that will be all. And thank you very much. It's my honor to be here with Just for Your Toastmasters Club and to be your GE to offer my 2 cents. I'll definitely come visit you again. And that's all. And back to you, Toastmaster of the evening, Pei Yun.
Right. Thank you, Eve, for the evaluation. So next is the moment we'll be waiting for the results for the best speakers. Best speaker, best evaluator, and best table topics. Let us call upon our club president, Calvin Chai, to present the ribbons.
Sure.
Calvin, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Pei Yun. Now is our special moment to give the awards to our best speakers. Dear Makoto, are you able to enlarge it? Okay. So who will be our first next The Best Speaker Award. You see, my tongue is almost twisted. Yes, because am I will be the one of them? Let's drum roll, please. Ding, ding. Li Mengling, presentation mastery level 4. Mingling, kudos to you. Mingling, you have 2 minutes to say some words. To
It's too long. Thank you everyone for your support. Thank you.
Yes. Right. Shall we have the photo?
I
Even
think
though
we
Mingling.
have
I'm taking.
to
I'm taking.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yourself.
Okay. Ready.
Try to open up my eyes slightly bigger to match with Mingling.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Done. Thank you.
Congratulations. Next will be our best table topic speaker. Best Table Topics Award goes to Yves Tan. Innovative Planning Level 4. Kudos to you, Yves. Wow, well done.
Okay. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Yves. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Last but not least, our best evaluator. Who will be our blue eyes boy or girl? Let's announce Ricky Su, distinguished Toastmaster Ricky Su. Wow. Now I know why your name is having Ricky in front.
Ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, with that, we have come to the end. And because today we are having some guests here, I would like to let our guests to have some give some words during the first visit. May I invite Jiaqi, Ku Jiaqi?
Yes. So I'm very happy to join this club because I want to learn English. My English is not so good, so I'm just joining this club to improve my English skills and learn to communicate English and more swiftly in the future. Thank you.
Wow, Jiaqi, you know, you are better than me, 10 times better. Sure, you can.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Jiaqi. May I invite Guat Yin?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Yeah, it is my pleasure to be here. I'm quite happy to join your club. I like your learning environment. The atmosphere is good, and you have very good role players. I enjoy the the speakers and the evaluation speech and the general evaluators report. I enjoy the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Guat Yin. We're proud to have you here because your report, wow, you spend a lot of efforts. I believe
We are
you
learning.
Put on
We
a
are
lot of
learning
effort.
together.
well done. We would like to learn from you more. Next, I would like to invite from Taiwan Bao Dao, Ben Lin.
Hello, hello everyone. Currently, I have a 2 days vacation because of typhoon. And I for Hui Qing to invite me to join your club. Originally, I invite her to join my other online club to practice Chinese because I know that Hui Qing can speak Mandarin and Holler Way. Is that correct? I didn't know. And I want to learn more about her. And she asked me first, so I joined this meeting. I saw a lot of online section that we can learn from you, because impromptu table topic evaluation, wow, it's very difficult, especially when you can use PowerPoint to show the pictures. I think it's very touching to see the photo like designed for all the speaker in such a short time. And I also share the video clip with my members in Kaohsiung. Wow, all my club members, we all want to learn how to handle the online meeting like you. Thank you for a wonderful experience, and thank you to having me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. When you organize something like online meeting, maybe you can share the link with us. We'd like to join as well.
Great.
Thank you to have you. I would like to say Chinese words. With you, our meeting is 蓬荜生辉. All right. So tonight is our learning of chapter 28 of meeting. We are very young, just like age of 28 years old. We are energetic. We are full of curiosity, and we have the passion to learn. The same platform for everyone in Toastmasters. I believe if we are supporting each other, not only we can win the world, we also can win all people's heart. With that, I would like to announce our meeting adjourned at 9:57. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for coming. 谢谢林医师的到访。
谢谢林医师。
谢谢大家。
Yes.
下次你们的例会几时啊？我就把人都一起招过去。
慧清，我可以把 host 转给你吗？因为我现在要赶去樟宜机场，我的孩子今天出国。
哦，OK，好好。
他是代表宽中的童军去参加韩国的 Jamboree 2个星期。
好。
OK，
转给我，马可多的不在啦。马可多有啊，
对
马可多是 host 啊。
OK，
不是你啊。
OK，Good night everyone。
好，拜拜。